I think they're going to be awesome. They're going to be really hard to guard. It gives James a chance to get off the ball and maybe take off some of the workload. I think it was easy to see he was tired in the playoffs last year. He has to do so much for that team, and so Chris is going to come in and really help balance the workload, and they're going to be tough.
Do you wonder about how he fits with D'Antoni and if he'll still kind of shoot two?
D'Antoni's system highlights point guards. It always has. He loves the screen and roll. They probably run more screen and roll than any team in the league. And Chris is an unbelievable screen and roll player, just like James is. So you got two guys who you can plug into that spot, handling the ball at the top. We know Mike's going to have some wrinkles as well. He's always an innovator offensively, and I don't think there'll be much trouble for Harden and Chris to play together. They'll figure it out.
How do you keep Harden from getting to the free throw line the way he likes to?
Yeah, you got to be really disciplined. I think different coaches have different terminology. I think Pop says keep your hand out of the strike zone. We talk about the cookie jar. Don't get your hand in the cookie jar. Although our guys might be surprised to hear me say that. I think that's what we say in the staff meetings. I don't know if I've used that metaphor yet with the team. Steph would probably laugh if he heard that, but it's the same idea, right? Be disciplined. You don't get your hand in here. He's going to grab your hand. The ref's going to call a foul. It's going to be three free throws. So be disciplined. Fight over the screen. Don't use your hands. Make him make shots. Challenge every shot without fouling. It's a lot tougher than it sounds.
Do you see any difference between this year now and the year before, like 1 year ago?
Yeah,
before
much.
Is fighting for the champion. Right now, you're defending champion. Any different from the team?
The biggest difference is that we have our whole team back pretty much. The continuity, the confidence that we have from last year is very important for us. That's why camp has been pretty smooth. Even traveling halfway across the world, we were still able to have the continuity and the collective knowledge that we need as a team.
When Mike D'Antoni was kind of asked about his lineup and how it matches up with you guys, he was saying like no one can stop you guys, but it felt like no one can stop them either. Do you kind of subscribe to that theory? It's kind of going to be.
Well, I mean, our whole program, our whole whatever you want to call it, identity is to be really good on both sides, and we've been blessed with a great roster the last few years, two-way players. We've been top 5 in offense and defense, so we always think we can make an impact defensively, and they're going to be really hard to guard, but we've got to do a good job, and we've got to be able to defend their strengths, we're confident that we can do a good job. They're still probably going to score a ton of points, but we've got to make things as tough as possible, and that's what we've done the last few years. That's why we've played well against them, but I think they'll even be better this year.
Yeah, I mean, given that, how would you constitute what a successful defensive performance is?
Winning.
Yeah.
Win the game. But, the details are obvious. Don't foul and run them off the three-point line. Everybody knows that. That's not a secret. And we've generally been good with that last couple of years. But they're more committed than ever to shooting threes. I think in the preseason, over 50% of their shots were threes, close to 60 if I'm not mistaken. Last year that number was low 40s, maybe 45. They're even shooting more threes, so it's going to be even harder.